Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Come in to the chat. Come join me. I want to discuss a couple things with you guys. I want to discuss is the Black Manosphere dead? We know it's been a lot of backlash going on, a lot of talks, tough talk. We did a show yesterday in regards to Ramil and O'Shea. But even separate from that, even separate from O'Shea and Ramil, has is the Black Manosphere dead? And meaning that we had the Elle magazine written in regards to the Manosphere, and Obsidian had the pleasure to work with the young lady who did the Elle magazine, and he shared his points on the Manosphere and things like that. And there was also another article that was presented about incels, or incels are a rising threat in the U.S. Secret Service report. So that was another live stream, an article. I'm sorry, that came out about the Black Manosphere and the Black Manosphere. Now, in the Black Manosphere, um, we have the founding fathers. We have Obsidian, we have Angry Man, we have O'Shea. They were the three founding fathers in this space. And this space has been around for quite some time. Even prior to them, there were men and women in this space. But I'm speaking specifically to the small Black Manosphere sector. And my thing with the Manosphere, do we have these? Are we prone to deal with these beefs between the leaders? And I know that Obsidian tried to raise the bar. Basically, Obsidian always says you got to read the room. And I think that times are changing, so everyone is not accepting these behaviors from the Manosphere. The Manosphere, it can become, it can be very misogynistic, right? Funny, educational. It can be a lot of things, but to be honest, you have to point out that it can be very misogynistic. Um, And I think at that point, if you continue to operate in that way, it will crumble. So that's my question. Is the Manosphere dead because of all these factors that have been factoring in over these years? And also, I did come across on TikTok, they have this TikTok and there's a trend. It's called Men with Mics. And basically, it that outlines and kind of poke fun or make fun of the men who say things about women, like misogynistic things. So it's pretty funny, and a lot of women and media and other men have been pushing back on the manosphere talking points and stuff like that because they feel as though that these talking points are very detrimental. Black women are being harmed, and the femicide thing, right? It's a real thing. So they're trying to equate the fact that is the Black manosphere contributing to those things. Where does it play? How does it play in that? And also, what I find in the Black manosphere is that the men say that the women wasn't never supposed to be in this space, even though women were in the space, maybe just not in the context of individual content creators, because it's a barbershop in the sense that the men want to talk their smack, the men want to have men talk, right? Talk about sex, women, whatever men do in the barbershop. So when women is there, it's kind of like, well, why am I talking to, why do I want to talk about women around other women? Like, nah, I need this space to be solely for the men. So is the manosphere dead? That's my question. And I find that a lot of people are bailing out. We have O'Shea. O'Shea just said that he wants out. He said, I'm only going to do my shows. I'm not here for the beefs, and it's just got to the point where everyone is kind of backing up. Then we have this sector was very tight knit at one point, and it's not tight knit in the sense of everyone was in their respective corners. Um, you had Obsidian doing his morning show. You had Angry Man doing his show. And when he and Angry Man, he had his crew. He had the Grinch. Angry Man had Cerulean. He had Kendra D, and others as well. They were in their respective corners. You had O'Shea, who would do the Rumble. He would bring other people up on the Rumble, and O'Shea was one of the pioneers as far as bringing other men together, no matter what their content was. Were they into doing just regular content creator? Were they talking about crypto, tech? He did bring those guys on it, and I met a lot of some good men through O'Shea. Um, and I can say that when I first started with O'Shea, men would time women out. They're like, "What? A woman is here? Get her out of here!" So they would do that. I definitely have to admit that they would definitely do that, and and it wasn't really heard of that women will have wrenches. I had to wait around to get my wrench. O'Shea, finally gave me my wrench and stuff like that. And it was some good times. I believe that we had some good times. He gave brothers a shot. He gave brothers a shot like Mr. Fantastic. I know that Sin G, she was on his show, and boy oh boy, when Sin G would come on that show, the men went crazy. Yeah, Sin was a piece of meat that they could not wait to tear apart, man. So and then O'Shea would have Nyla. Um, Ramil did come on his show as well. But when he did that Rumble, the Sunday Rumble, that was epic. That was so epic. And then also in their respective corners, we had the Black Brain Trust with Complex and Will and Mike, I'm sorry. And we had those brothers. So we had a lot of brothers who would they would definitely be able to contribute a lot to the space. But what happened with that? What happened to the space? How, like, a lot of men say that it's the women. Even Ramil says that, well, it's the women. You trusting these women. So women being in this space, it's the women that's the downfall. And I don't believe that. I don't believe it's the women that's the downfall. Because looking on, for me being an onlooker, we saw that the beefs that was going on was from the men. So as women, we look at the men and then we acquiesce to what's going on. Just like they didn't want us in these spaces, they didn't want us to have wrenches, so we didn't have those things. So we had to acquiesce. But what we did see coming out this space was a lot of hypocrisy. When I say that there was a lot of hypocrisy, there was a lot of hypocrisy. And I believe that once women see that the men say one thing and do another, then that's where the trust is lost. And women became less likely to trust these men. What is there to trust? If we see that the men say one thing and do another, we're like, wait, hold on. But you said this, but you're doing that. Or if another content creator says something that or does something that's wrong, they don't speak on it, right? They in a sense root it on. So we're like, the trust has definitely been lost, because if a person can't trust you, then how can we ultimately believe in you in a sense? And 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 on this TikTok trend that I saw, that is kind of, I don't know if it's like catching a lot of steam, but these TikTok trends are very, very funny because one day I'm going to show it. I don't really know how to put it up on there, but it is definitely funny. And another thing with the media, the media has been showing a lot of deaths. And is it to say that it's because of the climate? That's a serious thing that has to be looked at too, right? We're in a different climate, and that they're saying that more men are incels, and that these men are attacking women, eliminating women, and that's something serious, right? Are they eliminating women because they're saying that, oh well, women, they don't want me. The women only want six-figure men. So all these questions do come about. It's like, and I'm not saying that the men don't have their points. The men could have their points because it's the barbershop. Talk your smack, say what you need to say. But what was going on is the fact that now that you have something to say, how are you saying it? And it was very, a lot of it was very demeaning, um, and a lot of it was degrading. So a lot of times is, hey, you can get your point across, but why do you have to say it in that way? Why do you have to come across that way? Why do you have to badger the woman? It's like, it was a beatdown at one point. And if you ask people in the space, if you ask the women, they will tell you yes. And if men were to be honest, they will be honest and say, yes, I did see a lot of that. But that's what fueled a lot of the lives, right? They want to see that effery, right? Or BFF, black female effery, or BMF, black male effery. That's what's going to get the numbers. That's going to get the clicks and views. All those things are going to um, get everyone's juices going. Shout out to L. Nixon in the building. He says, good morning. Thank you, L. Nixon, for coming through. We got Chef Orel Young in the building. What's up, Chef Orel? Thank you guys for coming. So, in a sense, is the manosphere dead because everyone is kind of bailing out from the manosphere? They're saying like, hey, I'm out of here. Well, we know that Ramil, at one point, he felt as though that all these things were the things that was going on in the space became too much. And he decided to sell his channel to Sister George. And then Sister George, she partnered with Jessica X. So now they both share in the ownership of the channel. And he created a whole nother channel after that. But he was out of here. He said, I'm out of here. I'm out of this manosphere. But he did return. And then the reason why he said he returned, he said because he's addicted. And this space can be addicted. Can be very addictive because we do want to have the conversations, and we like having the conversations. We like talking to each other. Men like talking to women. Women like talking to the men. That's never going to change. It doesn't matter what you tell a man or tell a woman. We all like to get together and shoot the breeze, as they would say. That's very exciting for us. But what the space became was just the fact that the leaders who were leading the space, they began to beef with each other. So if you have the three founding fathers beefing with each other, then then we have the onlookers saying, "Wait, what's going on? What is going on?" That the founding fathers are beefing, and that had a divide in that because the people in the chat, we share, basically everyone shares the space. So in the morning, you jump on Obsidian's channel, you jump on O'Shea, you jump on Angry Man, and it was all love. Everyone busting it up in the chat, having a good time, and it's like, oh, it's a feel good space at that time. Once everything settled down from being very uh, anti-women in a sense, it was a good time. But then when the beefs happened, then it was a split. So then the other content creators would say, "Oh, well, you over there, choose a side, choose a side." No one wants to choose a side. No one wants to choose a side. Everyone wants to basically go where they want to go, have fun where they want to have fun, without the restrictions or the backlash of the content creator. That wasn't cool. L. Nixon says, Yes, and I'm still catching up on history here. There is a lot of history here, El Nixon. Even prior to me coming in this space, people have had more history about the space than me. So I'm only just explaining, my point of view of it all. And we have Chef Orel Young says, every Black sector is now tied into Black Manosphere algorithm. What a time to be alive. That is true, Chef Orel. That is definitely true. And we do share the same algorithm, and the same, people in the chat. That is absolutely true. And I just feel as though that if they saying that the Black Manosphere is dead, I'm looking at it in the sense of one point they had the 2.0, 3.0, and so forth and so on. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it in the sense of there's going to be another group of folks coming in to to kind of change and give their own opinion. I don't really think that it's going to die in a sense, but just kind of it's crumbling, right? So out through the dust and ashes, something will be created. Now, what that is, we have to see. We have to tune in to figure that part out. But I do believe that it will continue on. Oh, we got Complex Design. Hey, good morning, Complex. He said dead. Nah. I agree, Complex. I believe that this space will definitely continue on. I believe that those who will bail out, and then more people will come on. But the space will definitely continue to um, to to thrive, and those that can thrive will thrive. El Nixon says, right, that was my issue with the acronym, ladies. Don't tell me where I should go and support. Now on the block with Jen telling me the same. Oh, you said Jen told you not to. Jen had told you where to go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that she was expressed herself in that way. I've been to her show. She has good content. I've been to her show, and I'm aware of her in this sense. So, oh, okay. Oh, we got Macy in the building. Macy says at Naima Buckner, hey, beautiful lady. Thank you, Macy. I do appreciate that. And thank you for coming through. Hold on one second, guys. Give me 1 second. So yes, I do believe that what's happening is that, and I knew this was going to happen. There was going to become a time where something extreme was going to happen or something bad was going to happen that will adjust the way that people have to speak on these streams, because basically everyone had carte blanche to just say what they want to say without any repercussions. So in the sense they had been reckless with their mouth, men and women, right? It was a lot of reckless behavior, a lot of reckless rhetoric going on, and a lot of reckless just rhetoric. And what people wasn't understanding is that we're real people with real lives. Yes, we're on YouTube, and yes, we're in the manosphere. And some people, have an avatar who we don't know who they are. We just know their avatar name. But a lot of people do have their real picture, and about their real lives. So so basically, that when when you're reckless with your mouth and you really hurting feelings in real life, or someone is being eliminated in real life, there's definitely going to be an adjustment when it comes to these things, because it's just natural. It's the natural consequences. I know someone had wrote that in the Tough Talk chat, the nature versus nurture. But there are natural consequences that will happen when people act in a manner that is just not in the way that they should. So Complex says there's nothing going on but the usual Black culture dysfunction. There's productive brothers in Black YouTube doing quality content. I don't know what TBBT is. Complex. I'm not sure what that is. Um, I'm not sure what that is, but L. Nixon says, "Watch your last town hall. Laugh out loud." She kept bringing up Angry Man, so I said, "Shout out to him," and that's when it went downhill. Yeah, when you give shout outs in someone else's chat, you definitely got to be careful with that because you don't know the history that the person have with that person. Oh, duh, the Black Brain Trust. Oh, duh. Oh, so my bad, complex. Yeah, so um yeah, so you have to be careful about those things and because it can seem or come across if they do have beef as bullying. So um so like I said, in the is the manosphere dead? I don't believe that is dead. I think it will continue on, but I do believe that some people will fade to black or decide to or to jump ship. And you know what? I was watching a piece of Hafiz show. He had Jordan Peterson on the show, and Jordan Peterson, they were going back and forth about the space and women, and Jordan Peterson said that if women doesn't choose you, then yes, they're right. And a lot of people, yeah, they gave Hafiz didn't give any pushback, and I was shocked. But I noticed that Hafiz changed shifts in the direction that he wants to go. So maybe that's why he didn't give any pushback. But he didn't give no pushback on that. And I guess Jordan Peterson was saying that women are right if they don't choose you because that there's greater risk with women, in the context of sexual interactions, right? And when it comes to sexual interactions, that women can have children. So in the sense that women should be picky, or if they're going to have children, whoever they mate with, it's um, they don't see you or deem you as a suitable mate or whatever. And for me, I looked into that a little bit further. I was thinking that um, if the woman doesn't choose you, they're right in the sense of just when it comes to black male leadership, right? How are women acting? Are black men being the true leaders that we need them to be in order to to show us to show women in the sense that okay, this is not acceptable, this is not tolerable, but not under the context of badgering it in her head. But boop, do this, do what I say, do that. But in the fact of showing, hey, complex, you got a little background there. So under the context of basically showing while leading because women we do look for men for leadership just as in this space when women look at the men and we see how
You,
the men are acting
you
the
still have
men
background noise?
um
What what is going
okay
on?
no you're
How about
good.
now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just say this point real
Yeah,
quick.
good, good.
All right, so under the what I was saying, basically in the space that women looking for the black male leaders or whoever when they're leading will acquiesce, but when it's chaos, then what's happening here? We will acquiesce to what men do, but when we see something different, then we have to step back to say, wait, I'm not going to be a fool and follow this if I see foolery going on. And this is not to blame anyone specifically. I'm just only making the example. Is that women, yes, we look for leadership in men and we will see what men do and we will follow that. So complex, we're going to get complex in to give his
Mm-hmm.
take on it. Hey, complex, welcome.
What's going
Welcome
on? Hey,
back
man.
again.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday. Just having some coffee. Checking out the YouTubes.
Yes.
Checking out the YouTubes.
Yes. I want to give a couple of shout outs. Thank you for jumping on. We have L. Nixon in the building, Chef Orel. I gave him. We got Macy Tagger. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Great Black Shark. He says, salute, Sister Naima and Transit going to catch the playback. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. We got Kujin. Good morning, Kujin. Thanks for coming through. If you want to jump on and give your opinion, you can. Let's go to Complex. Complex, what are your thoughts?
Um, well, I wanted to touch on the point you were making about women following leaders. It's a little bit of a red herring, but we'll get to that. As far as the manosphere being dead, it's not dead. Okay, it's not dead. There's always been a bunch of foolery going on. Always. When has there ever been a time where you've kind of been around this stuff where there hasn't been a bunch of like little drama and craziness? Like when has that ever been? And it's always been. Okay,
Yeah,
this
there
is
always
this
been drama. Hmm.
this is nothing new. This is all literally the same, right? To imply that because the same drama that's essentially just been going on is still going on, right? Then that means that dudes like us who have staked our purpose, right, in this space, and I put that in air quotes, on actually putting out information that will enrich us and empower us, no one pays attention to that, including the women. That's why I said what you're talking about is a bit of a red herring. Women follow the drama, they follow the dysfunction, they follow the pure effery, and they follow the men who do it all. They don't follow the brothers that are actually building. No, they don't.
Well, I'll say this because our I feel as though that the black culture, a lot of times that there has to be a entertaining factor in that, right? So these are the facts. We
Well,
don't mind the
well,
information with a little bit of effery, and that's what really gets the people
okay.
in.
And
It's
and,
the
and Naima, this is what has black people at the bottom, right? Because we
yeah.
can't ever get serious. Like, do you? Okay, so when I go to my actual business meetings, when I'm on my calls and stuff like that, do you think there's entertainment involved in this? And
No,
we're talking about the sheer the sums of money that we're looking at making here. Do you honestly think that we're talking about entertainment?
no. When you're doing business, you shouldn't be talking about just
Okay,
the
what I'm
entertainment.
saying is that
Yeah.
there's a time for entertainment, right?
Hmm.
And then there's a time to be serious. And what we can't do is take the times when we're serious and say, well, we have to be entertained during those times. It's never going to work. You're gonna have to be able to appropriate your attention and focus to certain tasks. Sometimes those tasks are leisure, and you finish the workday, and you're like, dude, I just want to blow some herb and see what the hell's going on in these YouTube streets. Okay, fine, but there's also the other side of the equation, and it's always everybody will literally sit and talk about black YouTube and the black manosphere and all that, and literally ignore the one channel that's been here longer than most of the people that have popped up into this area of YouTube, right? Been here long before, close to 800 videos. Okay, not a peep, not a peep. The women don't follow. No, they don't. There's no one dropping the type of business game we drop. Nobody. I guarantee it. I'll put $1,000 on it.
Well, I see. I do believe that I do watch it streams that have the crypto and stuff like that. But as they would say that the people would choose, right, whatever they find
Yeah.
an interest to. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times too, if we find that people are not coming to us, then we have to reevaluate. We have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how can we get people in the seats, and that's
No,
important.
sometimes, Naima, sometimes it's not us. See, here's the thing. We've been at this so long that we know it's not us at this point. See, because every time I go to, say, like a channel, and then somebody invites me to come on to talk business, to talk tech, right? I speak to it to a point where I explain it. Then I explain the business opportunities, and I also explain where, like, the career pathways. I actually explain it to you in a way where you can see it. Okay. Every time I do that, you got to look at what happens in the comment sections after those videos. So many people leave comments. Oh my God, I can't believe, that information he dropped was amazing. There's a lot, man, that I took notes. I did this, I did that. I know that when I speak about these things, look, I don't think we're all stupid. I don't think that the stuff that I talk about is going over people's heads and that they just can't get it. No, it's all about what is priority, what is important to Black people. And what is important, Black YouTube is proof of this, is dysfunction.
So what I'm saying is, I'll use you for an example, right? Because you guys have the Black Brain Trust and you guys do your show. But
Yeah.
I've been looking at different YouTubes and stuff like that to figure
Mm-hmm.
out a business model for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, since you do your business, and I've been looking at different like skits that another content creator will do,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you, since you've been doing what you've done for so long, that's what I say. Try something different. Maybe try the 10-minute video skit as opposed to actually maybe going live. Try that. See if you can grasp another audience. So that's what I say, that sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board to figure out what's the plan, because in a sense, right, Black folks maybe don't want to listen to, in the sense, the good
Mm-hmm.
content that you guys have. So
Yeah.
let me okay, so let me shelf that. Let me try something different. So, and there's nothing wrong with trying something different, right? Because you may be surprised that you changing from one model to the other. You're like, oh wow, all this time I could have just tweaked this
What
little
do you
bit.
know? How many different subject matters we cover?
No, I'm not talking about topics. I mean, as far as, how would they, they have the clip. You do a video clip, and and I don't know what to call it.
No, they call them like shorts or something, or
Yeah,
like video,
exactly.
like quick, like smaller uploads. I mean, I do that with the esports stuff, right? Like, Naima, what you got to understand is that um, I'm not trying to lower what I do, right? I need people to come up, right? So what I'm not going to do is, once again, nothing that we do is over your head. So there's literally no reason for me to like throw some sand on the ground and do a shimmy or a tap dance number, right, to get you to clap and get your quick endorphin release. Look, like I said, we don't always have to be entertained. And look, and let's do this. Even okay, how about this? Why
But,
don't you
complex,
increase the
I
quality
disagree.
of the entertainment if you need to be entertained, right? How about higher quality entertainment? Why does it have to be so lowbrow? If you
No,
have to be entertained.
no. What I'm saying is, there's an entertainment factor, whether your video have a certain type of graphic on it. There's
Mm-hmm.
something that has to be a catchy, something that's going to be catchy, and
Some, but
there's no way that.
sometimes things aren't for everybody, though, Naima. Sometimes you simply cannot appeal to everybody, right?
I
We have
agree to that.
long we no, what I'm saying, we've long accepted this. The reality is that there's
Yeah.
nothing different that we can do, right? Like I said, outside of having what they call lit panels, right? I bet you if I did that, that's probably more in the line of maybe what you're talking about. If I had like lit panels where I have like the village arsonist come off and he just blabbers on, and I have all this salacious conversation going on, I'm pretty sure then, right? But if it's more sophisticated, it either resonates or it doesn't. Pure and simple. And what I'm saying is that Black people have shown on YouTube they have a low level of sophistication, a
Yeah, I
very low
agree with
level of
that.
sophistication. I'm sorry.
But let me ask you, complex, because in the chat you did say, you answered the question: is the Black Manosphere dead? You said dead, question mark, nah. So tell me
Mm-mm.
your take on why you think that, nah, the Manosphere is not dead.
Are we dead?
No, we're not dead.
Okay. Then well, that's why I was like dead. Like we do like 2 or 3 pieces of content a week on average,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? We still like I said, we're so advanced with the stuff. Go look. I literally modeled out virtual kitchen business models. Like you have to pay people for them to break that type of stuff. I put it out there freely. I need people to soak this stuff up and get involved in the new industries before you're froze out, right? Because you're too busy consumed and being entertained. You don't want to be informed. So since you're not informed, you don't know what's going on.
So let me ask you, Complex, do you believe there's a brotherhood in the manosphere?
Well, amongst the brain trust, absolutely.
Okay, so you believe that the
I believe
brotherhood
brotherhood can form. Yeah, we're proof of
among,
that.
so just basically among cliques, individual
No,
cliques.
like minds, like minds.
Okay. Now, do you believe that women has caused all this chaotic beefs between the men? Do you because the women are in this space in the sense?
No, women are a part of that equation,
How so?
right? Because either you're talking about women centric topics, i.e., relationships and the pills and all that crap, or you're discussing worldly matters. If you're discussing women centric matters, then obviously women are going to be involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have women of all types of stripes that are here for all different types of reasons. And if you choose to engage in that crap and capitulate to the gaslighting and the double standards and all that kind of stuff, you want to literally have a knockout drag out with them when you know common sense is not being applied to anything that they're saying. That's literally like arguing with a rock. Okay. If you choose to go about doing that and basing all of your content strategy, hashtag content strategy, on that, then best to you. Best of luck to you. You're going to get every damn thing you get out of that. Once again, have you seen us engage in that?
And
Have you seen any women centric, all that crap that you're asking me? Do women have a part to, and I'm saying, okay, well, let's look at it, right? You could discuss worldly matters, or you could discuss women centric topics, right? Where you then invite their input on women centric topics, given that they are women, right? And then whatever comes out of that conversation, whether it's some productive dialogue or if it's more bickering and arguing and fighting, which typically it is, okay, that's what you get out of that. Yeah. Now, when we do it, even when we do the Sapio stuff and when we do touch on relationship stuff, right? That and not every Sapio live stream is about relating. Go listen to them. Most of them aren't. But when we do and women come on, do you think there's arguing and bickering going on?
No, you guys don't argue and bicker.
So, like I said, there's a way you conduct yourself.
It does happen, yeah, but it does happen in this space. But everyone doesn't argue and bicker, such as you guys. So, but there's others that don't argue and bicker either.
But what I'm saying is that the majority of it.
Yes, the 80-20 is the.
Yes, there you go. I was going to say it's the yeah. So it's really just a matter, once again, what are people aligning with? And most people come to literally subject themselves to hours upon hours upon hours of literally people yelling at each other, saying the most salacious stuff to each other. It's amazing to watch sometimes.
And do you believe that the Black Manosphere created incels?
The incels have always existed.
Okay.
They've always existed. There's always been men who couldn't get sex. They've always existed. The incel that's a modern term, right? That's a modern term, and it has a modern connotation. But you've always had men who couldn't get. I don't want to say the word. I'm trying to keep it clean on your channel. You always had men who couldn't get sex. You've always had that. Like I said, what is new under the sun? Outside of these new concepts, right? For things that have always existed.
Okay. And would you say that you, in regards to the founding fathers,
there are no founding fathers.
Okay, I was going to ask you, did you agree that Obsidian, Angry Man, and O'Shea were the founding fathers?
No. Okay. No. People existed before them. Okay. They founded their channels. Okay, that's all they did.
So what would you call Obsidian, Angry Man, and O'Shea in this space? What name would you give them?
Content creators. That's what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when they were named the founding fathers, you just wasn't on board with that.
No, just like I'm not on board with calling BGS a master teacher or Kevin Samuels godfather. What the hell? I don't. Not hell no. Yeah, they are men just like I am, and they're content creators. Point blank.
Yeah. And do you find that Black folks, do we have innate reaction to always, wanting to find someone to lead us, wanting to find that leader?
Yes, yeah, because black folks have an inherent and an intrinsic fear of being leaders themselves.
Okay, so we fear leading, so we
Yeah, that's
look to
why they look. Even the women who
leadership.
say, they want to fall in line behind quote unquote leaders, guess what they never do? Like I said, I can look at you. I can look at my analytics numbers. Right, 99% of our subs are men. We have 1% female. Now, I will ask you again, who are the men, right, that are actually taking the charge and trying to inform our people, particularly here in Black YouTube, about this new technological paradigm we're accelerating into? Who's doing it? Who's taking the charge on that? Who's leading? That's us. Where are the women at? They over there on Platinum Elites. Prove me wrong.
I have a question. Do you believe that Kevin Samuel has taken the Black Manosphere to another level?
No. I'm saying Kevin Samuel just blew up as a content creator, pure and simple. That's all he did. He just blew up. That's it. Everybody's making I swear, like the idolization is amazing to me. He's a content creator who blew up. That's it.
A lot of people believe that Kevin Samuels will carry the message on for brothers that have no voice. Do you believe that?
What message?
The message of
what message? You're gonna die alone with a dog? That one?
Basically,
which one?
Lower your stand. Women should lower their standards. Stop doing the weave. Weaving it up, as they say. Stop weaving it up. Yeah. So those things.
Don't black men already say this stuff? Haven't they been saying it before Kevin Samuels? I think black men were saying, hey, we don't really care for weaves before Kevin Samuels. Okay. Like I'm saying, I think we're giving this guy a little too much credit. He just blew up. That's it. That's all that happened.
How you guys doing?
Hey, welcome, Marky
What it do, man?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Naima? Thank you for inviting me on to the panel.
No problem. Thanks for coming up.
Hey, what's going on, Complex?
Hey, what up,
Complex? Hey, what's up, man? Complex isn't lying at all. And speaking of Mr. Perfume, the man was never part of the Black Manosphere. He was never part of the Black Manosphere. He was, I'll say he just entered the Black Manosphere in order to benefit off of. That's it. I don't know why people, well, I understand why people may consider him to be part of the Manosphere because of his friendship with O'Shea and BGS, but the man was never a member of the space. What? I mean, have he even stated that he's a member of the space?
He mentioned in regards to the Black Manosphere. Don't quote me because when I say I can't remember a thing, I'm so bad with memory. But I do, I remember him mentioning the Black Manosphere, but under what context, I don't remember.
No, let me do this. He was a part of this at one point. Okay, Naima, I'm gonna put a link to. Go ahead.
No, I have to disagree respectfully. That man was looking to benefit from the space.
I got the clip. That's the thing. I got the clip. Right. That's what I was about to say. All you gotta do is look up a video. You type this in the little YouTube search box. Manosphere 2.0 shitting on 3.0. Okay. And it was an old powwow on Obsidian's channel. And it was Obsidian, Kevin, O'Shea, and Solo TV 84. And they're literally sitting there talking about how this Manosphere needs to get cleaned up and blah 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 blah. And that was when they were blaming the Black Brain Trust for all this craziness, right? With all these new guys coming into the space, causing all this chaos that started on O'Shea's rumbles, right? That's where all that crap came from. Guess who was in that circle associated with them? It was Kevin. What Kevin did was when he started to blow up strategically, he had to bounce away from all that crap. Okay? O'Shea had to bounce away from all that crap that he created, and he dumped it on us. They cut their associations with the Manosphere, but please believe it, they were claiming rulership of this bitch just a couple years ago. I got the clip.
Yeah, no,
Kevin's sitting right there.
I remember a little bit of that, man, that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Now, but I do have a question for Wacky World. Wacky World, do you believe that the Manosphere is dead?
I stated that 2 years ago that it's dead.
So you believe it's dead? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's dead.
Why?
because okay, the moment the space became a space focusing on relationships instead of Black male empowerment, the space died.
But
See,
that's to say that there's people that aren't doing it though.
Say that again.
I said that's to imply that it got that completely stopped and that no one's doing it. That's what that implies.
Well, I'll say that the majority are not doing it.
Oh yeah, no, I'll agree with that one.
Yeah,
that's why I don't. That's why I say it's not dead.
And hey, I'll say it's dead when if the majority of space consists of people focusing on, I would not even say relationships, focusing on who Black females are having sex with, the space is dead. The majority rules. And this is coming from a person who helped build this space.
Yeah, no, real talk. So let me ask you this then. Yeah. So let me ask you this then, man. Because I look at this as a microcosm. So what are we saying about Black culture writ large?
That a lot of our culture is dysfunctional.
No, are we dead as a people? No, are we dead as a people?
As a collective, yes.
Right. So you make a good point. Are we dead spiritually? Right? Are we?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
In what context?
That's what I'm asking.
I mean, we are real live people, right? People. And they say, basically in the sense that we can have the body, right? But where's the brain? Are we really connected to our brain in that sense? Or we just, that's a in-depth question.
I'm saying, Naima, when I take a 30,000 foot view when I'm looking at Black YouTube. I don't get engaged on the ground level. I'm literally like doing like.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I look at this as, more of like a psych evaluation, social observation, right? Media trends, how people respond and react, what they respond and react to. I pay attention, man. I got to put my finger on the pulse. I got to know what's going on here. Look, when you look at a lot of the tech studies, when they talk about like social impacts on, say, like automation and stuff like that, a lot of what justifies what a lot of the new startup and tech companies are trying to roll out, right, in terms of technology and stuff, literally has a lot to do with the fact that there's a lot of humans operating with limited mental capacity right about now. And it's troublesome to the point where it's sort of like, okay, we're going to have to just automate shit. Because society as a whole is essentially too stupid.
Yeah, I do believe that everything that's going on, all of it is all distractions, because none of this even really matters if we stick to the business of things, or
this is all just fluff.
Everything is really just fluff, because if we're conducting business, if we're taking care of our communities, taking care of our families, and so forth and so on, everything else is just,
you don't have time for that
noise.
BS.
It's just noise.
Yeah, you don't have time for it.
Yeah, so in that respect, I do agree with that. Hey, antisocial socialite podcast.
Hey.
Diane,
My
thanks
fellow
for
hot
coming
stepper.
back. Yeah, I wanted her to jump on. I'm not sure if you're busy, Anti, but if you can jump on, if not, I understand. Yeah, so so in the sense of the Black Manosphere dying, I just think that a lot of the either as they would say, quote unquote, key players are either moving up and out of here, or or basically they're just um raising the white flag and saying, look, I don't want no parts of this, whether they are instrumental in the destruction of it or not, but yeah, that's a good question. But you know what? There were streams I saw. I think Reg the Bad Guy did something. He talked about, was the Manosphere dead? A lot of people have talked about it. Like there's old videos about, is the Manosphere dead? But here we are, like 1 year and 2 years ago, and so forth and so on. But yet we are here. And I believe as long as this space is seeks to exist, that then look, it will be here.
Now, once the original intent of the space died for the most part, that's when the space dies. See, because when it comes to a movement, an online movement, or even a movement out in the real world, you have to have a mission, right? A goal, some sort of manifesto. Now, 1.0, I know 3.0 have a manifesto. I came from the 1.0 era of the Black Manosphere when it was called the BMCC, the Black Male Collective Consciousness. We had a manifesto.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the manifesto was really based around, like I said, black male empowerment to help improve the collective of black males on a social level, political level, economic level, and even on a level of health and etc.
So
Once
Wacky,
that original goal have died, oh, I'm sorry. Once
go
that has
ahead. So
died,
Wacky.
once that has died, and the goal have shifted to something so remedial, as far as who a certain group of females are having sex with, the space died. If the goal has gone away, the movement has died. But I'm done. I'm sorry.
Well, let me just respond to that. Once again, if you're saying that 1.0 had a manifesto and 3.0 has a manifesto, essentially what manifestos are statements of intention.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a manifesto is, a statement of intention.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. So if you are acting on that manifesto, then that means you are true and living. You are functioning. You are here. That's why I say, well, it's not dead in that sense, because to say that it's dead, that's to say that I'm dead. Now, here's the thing. Where's 2.0? Wait, hold on. Where's 2.0's manifesto? Because you just said they don't have one, right?
I don't know if they have one. I don't know if they have one. But let me say this. Let me say it complex. What that means is, it means that people like you and I are anomalies. And just because we're anomalies, it doesn't take away from the fact that the space, as far as the majority, is dead. We just happen to be
space
anomalies.
Is dead. That space is dead. That one. I'm
not
reflective of that. That's what I'm saying. There's a separation.
Unfortunately, complex. The majority of this space is a reflection of what 2.0 have created.
Of course, I agree.
So that means that the majority of the space has died.
I agree on that, but not all.
Not all. Once again, there's anomalies. But like I said before, just because.
But bro, I have to. Being that, we got to rep that, and I'm saying that I'm looking at it from a third party perspective. Yeah, that space over there is dead. Sure, we over here on some highly butterlay shit. I can't speak for them. Don't know.
But can't see, the manifesto is okay, and it's okay to have different manifestos, right? That's not the issue. The issue is when the separation and the beefs come to play, right?
Well, those are two separate things. We're not beefing with nobody. That over there, because there's no manifesto, there's no statement of intent. That means there's no structure, there's no order, there's no purpose, there's no direction. Of course, that's going to happen over there. There's nothing there. That's a venue for dysfunction right over there.
But once again, complex. If the people on that side make up the majority of the space, that's a reflection upon the whole space being dead. Well, I'll say the majority. You know, the majority. Sorry, the majority rules. You know, the anomalies like you and I, we're just few. We're just the minority, the
No,
few in between.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Look, we got to do that. We got to do it like this. We in all aspects of society. Okay, it's a smaller collective that actually controls the group. Okay, you push them in the direction you want to go without them knowing.
Now,
And
I know
and
so the space was intended to be Black male empowerment space, right? So, and I know that there was pushback with when the women came to the space. So, do you believe that in a sense that while Black men were doing their Black male empowerment, and here come women coming into the space, is it? Do you think that women was basically did men distract? I'm gonna do with the men. I'm sorry. Maybe some men did distract, but did the women distract the men from their mission in a sense?
there were always females in this space. Even there were even females that helped create the space.
Yep.
So all this nonsense that the 2.0 version of this space have said about females coming to the space and causing some sort of disruption or distraction is bullshit. Excuse my
Okay.
language. Excuse my language, but the females have always been in this space. There's even females that have created this space. All right. When you speak about female content creators such as Statuesque One, Humble Queen, Nubian Queen,
Mm-hmm.
and such. So
Okay.
it was not the females per se that distracted the males from from the mission of black male empowerment, because the 2.0 space was never about black male empowerment. See, what destroyed the space is not the females itself, it's the males and their way of thinking. Because a lot of these males are perverts, all right? A lot of them are sexually frustrated males. A lot of them are simps in reality. So their way of thinking have distracted them from continuing on with what the 1.0 era did, which is continue on in black male empowerment. So the males destroyed the space, not the females, because the females, even now, the females who are or who profess to be members of the black manosphere are a
Mm-hmm.
small minority. All right. And how could a small minority destroy an entire space? No, the majority of the people destroyed the space, and that's these males of the 2.0 era or the 2.0 version of the space. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
can't disagree with that one.
yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, there was heavy beef around that time, and it seemed like the beef. Yeah, it'll be heavy beef. It'll die down, and then there'll be more heavy beef. Yeah, beef doesn't escape us. It's and I think that we can't escape the beef.
No, no,
Naima,
no. It's not.
Naima, can I say something? Hold on. Can I say something? We have to stop using the word beef when it comes to people behind the computer or their mobile device making
Yeah,
content
it's not
talking
real beef.
trash about each other.
It's
That's
not real
not
beef.
beef. Real beef,
No,
real beef, real
real
beef,
beef.
real beef. And I'm assuming that Naima is from Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Philly
You
chick.
from Philly, Naima, you know what real beef is. Real
Yeah,
beef
come on.
is some face-to-face stuff that people
Yeah,
have on the
real
street
fun.
corner.
Real
That's
fun.
some gang terminology,
Yeah,
that's street terminology. It is not done
it's
behind
real fun.
in the back of a
Yeah.
computer. No, it's some real stuff that results in people either dying or spending the rest of their lives in prison. So
Hey,
this online stuff, that's not beef. That's just people talking trash. That's
hey,
all it
Wack.
is.
Hey, Wack.
Go ahead. What's up, bro?
If she an Eagles fan, she know about beef.
Well, you know what? I
Listen,
was
I'm from
actually
Jersey. Them Eagles fans don't play, dog.
I was actually raised in New Jersey too. So I
Oh, that's
lived
what's
in
up.
both
Okay,
New
you should
Jersey.
also know what beef is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
I used to live in New
Exactly.
Jersey too. Yeah, I'm just saying I wasn't necessarily born and raised in Philly my whole life. No. So
Okay,
all
that's what's
right,
up.
guys. Yeah, we got let's get El Nixon in on this. Welcome, El
Now,
Yeah,
Nixon. Good morning.
what's going on? How you doing? What's going on, Complex?
I'm
What's up,
good.
Wack?
I'm
yeah, man.
good.
Well, I just wanted to say something real quick because I'm on daddy duty. So, but I wanted to what Complex was saying earlier. I agree. When I was finding my way through the space, I came in through the 2.0 side. I'm not Manosphere, but you know what I'm saying. That's just the people that had welcomed me in, right? Um, so just looking around, like I agree when he says as far as like women following, even men following. Like, I listen to a whole lot of stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that come across my algorithm, it has a variety of things, right? And we all have options. I watch a lot of educational stuff, but I also watch some of the entertaining stuff. But there's no complaint because I know we have options. So if I want to see something that's educational, that's where I go. Even if I'm in the clouds, that's where I go. So to me, it's not a complaint because you listen to or you go to the places that you want. Like people talk about all the stuff that they don't see. Well, that's because your algorithm is based off of stuff that you like. So it's
Yep.
recommending the
El
stuff that you
Nixon,
like. Yes.
El Nixon, you borging a little bit.
Oh no, I was just saying. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was saying your algorithm is based off of the stuff that you like. It recommends the things that you mostly engage with. So when it comes to my algorithm, I have a little bit of everything. So when people are talking about, hey, we don't see black men doing this, we don't see. I'm on Facebook groups with tens of thousands of people, and I'm posting them 20 different screenshots of sites that they can go to where they can see the stuff that they claim they don't see. And I'm like, what are you guys watching? Because it's out there. Um, and also with Wacky was saying earlier, what I'm saying, as far as like this space is concerned, it's just like, all right, hold on.
What's up, little
You
guy?
know,
Or the little girl?
So he's,
this little guy, say hello.
Little guy. What's going on, little guy? I got to say, little guy.
oh, he sounds cute.
So you know what I'm saying? Like what you guys were saying is true. When Wacky was talking about you pretty much can't put it on the women. I say that all the time. Like I did 22 years in the military, and as a leader, not once did I tell my subordinates to get straight before I got straight. It just doesn't work that way. So I was online talking about women messing up and women did this and women did that. You're supposed to be a man at the end of the day. What are you talking about? Like you're waiting for a woman to get together before you as a man can get yourself together. Like if you do what you got to do first, then you won't have certain conversations. Well, the OnlyFans or whatever. Okay, well, men are paying for OnlyFans. Like it's an easy solution. You are the man. So I agree with y'all though.
Yeah, I agree with that, El Nixon, because as a man, if you know where you're going in your direction, you already know when a woman is coming, or if you're approaching a woman and she's acting in a certain manner, or like, you can't be a part of my program. You guys to get up out of here.
No,
But
Naima,
you,
actually, the way it works is that a woman recognizes, right, and pursues. I don't go after. I don't chase women. Chase money.
Yeah, yeah,
Chase money. Okay.
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and you know what? And you know what? When it comes to that, I had a woman get mad because I told her, stop focusing on women. Not saying that you don't, make sure that you appreciate your woman. What I'm saying is, when a woman meets you, she's looking at everything that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you're professional, you're motivated, you're productive, and she may be attracted to that. So as you get into a relationship with her, it's like, okay, she's following your lead. It's like you're driving a bus. You can't look at her the whole ride because you'll crash. You got to keep your eyes on the destination, the direction, and then you glance at her. But as far as your direction, you keep going in the direction when she met you, then everything will fall in line. She'll benefit from you in your direction. But you can't make women your primary focus because those 50 hours you used to work becomes 30, 35. That production used to have, it's not as productive anymore.
Hey, man,
And you getting
I was
out and
just gonna say,
enjoying your
but you
friends
think
and coming
about
back home, you don't do that. It's all about her now. And she's getting tired of you. It's like, yo, you're not the same guy.
well, and you can. So that's analogous. That's analogous to men spending the amount of time on YouTube, right? Because you can extrapolate from that. Well, you men spend all this time complaining, blah blah blah. We've heard this. We've heard this. It's analogous to the activities that we engage in on YouTube. how much time are you here? When are you here? And what are you doing while you're here? It says a lot about your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with
that's
me,
true because personally, I'm just adding on to what Complex was saying is that it bugs me out when you have people that does live streams and they have about 9 to 10 hour live streams. That bugs me out.
That's a whole
That
work
bu-
shift.
that's a whole work shift. Hell, that's overtime. 9 to 10 hours.
yeah,
That's
Bruh, that's
overtime. And I'm like,
overtime too. Yeah, you're right.
how do
It's
you
time and
have
a
That's
half.
yeah,
OT.
yes, a
It's
time
time
and a
and a half.
half. Time and a half. It's like how do you have that much time to do that? Because like when I live stream, after about a good hour and a half and 2 hours, I don't have any more energy to continue doing the live stream. Complex and L Nixon, you guys been in my streams. Yeah, once
yeah.
it's like the
Hey,
2 hour mark, I
yeah,
said I have
I'm
to
the
go.
same way. I'm the same
I
way.
have to
I
go.
got 2 to put in on it, bro. I got about a
Yeah,
good 2. Unless the conversation is really going, we can go 3. That's about it. I'm
exactly.
tapping out. I'm tapping out.
Be- yeah, I'm tapping out. I'm like, when people have that much free time, it's alarming. Grown men that have that much free time. I don't know. Maybe they have it real well in their lives that they can sit at home all day and
Hey,
still
are
have a
you?
lot of
Did
money.
you
If
just
that's the
make a
case, teach
funny?
me.
Did
If
you
that's
just
the
make
case,
a
somebody
funny?
needs to teach me some.
Or
Good.
did you just make a funny?
uh,
Hey, that's
Is
how I
that
got
kind of
to
that bundling?
that's how I got to YouTube and being online. Like, people see me online, but most of the time when I'm online, I'm also patching Linux servers. So I'm also working at the same time, you know. But after that, but I cut down a lot. Like, you definitely got, you can't be on here all damn day. You got stuff to do.
No, man. Literally, we go live. Like, okay, I don't work on weekends, so it's like Saturdays and Sundays are the days that I typically have, the free time for the most part. Like, I just, things I got to do with my daughter, or whatever. But then I can put time aside, and then during the week, man, if I have the energy, it's late at night, right? I,
Yeah.
I, I don't have the time.
yeah,
Well, once
yeah.
again, I'm about to head out, but once again, Complex and Wacky and
Well, here,
Naima,
El
thanks for
Nixon,
providing, thanks
here
for
we, I want
providing
you
the
to.
different options.
I'm
My
about
bad.
to.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
man.
I'm about
Absolutely,
to
bro.
leave. I'm about to leave too. So I do want to get you guys' last word. Basically, is the Manosphere dead? I wanted to come up on here and just talk about it a little bit. So go ahead, El Nixon. Since you got to go, you start first with your last words.
Well, I will say this: like, I'm not in Manosphere, but I'm around these guys enough to know it just depends on, what party you're talking about, because everybody always likes to group the Manosphere together, and I tell them no, you can't group the Manosphere together. Like, everybody's not the same in the Manosphere, so it all depends on what part of the Manosphere you're talking about is dead, because there's parts of the Manosphere that are still thriving. So
And
keep thriving.
I couldn't find your channel to post to El Nixon. I don't. It's under El Nixon, right? Or is it under another?
Yeah, L Nixon, the voice of reason.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Naima, could you post the brain trust also?
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
really do anything of substance on my channel. I'd rather people go. They can sub to my channel they want. I just be talking about birds, plants.
BMF. No, I'm kidding.
No, no.
Hey, I'm starting to redefine my path throughout YouTube, so I can kind of redirecting that. So yeah, definitely
I
put the link
can't
in there.
find it.
I'll come check you out.
I can't find El Nixon.
Um, let me see. Hold on a second. I'll
Yeah,
put it in the back
just
chat.
put L Nixon, the voice of reason. You just put that in
I
the search
did.
engine. I found it. I was able to find it real easy.
Hey,
Why
Yeah.
send
can't I find it?
post it in the back chat this, and Naima can get it.
All
Yeah.
right.
And
All
I'm
right.
getting ready to start. I'm a perfectionist, but I'm getting ready to start. I've been doing some behind the scenes stuff for people, but yeah, I know I got to get mine started.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Enjoy. Oh, I found. Okay, there we go. I'm not even subscribed to you, El Nixon. How could I?
But you
Oh,
So
you
guys
found
have
it? All right.
a good weekend, good Saturday. Blessings and peace to all you.
All
All
right,
right.
that's what's
All
up,
right. You
brother.
too, L Nixon. All right.
So
Peace out, L. All right. Yeah.
You know, okay. Nixon don't have any videos, so I don't know.
Nah.
He said he's just getting started.
Okay, yes, I don't know how to post that, but whoever want to go next can go next with their final thoughts.
All right, I'll go next. All right, so Naomi Buckner, once again, thank you for inviting me onto your panel. It was great speaking with you, and you too, Complex Design. You know, Complex, anytime. It's a blessing to be on a panel and speaking with you, brother. But
You already know. Oh, you know what it is,
yeah.
bro.
All right, and also shout outs to everyone in chat. So y'all have a great day, great Saturday. May you and your families be fine and safe. All right, shalom.
All right,
Appreciate you,
you
bro.
too.
Come on.
All right.
Go ahead. Okay, I found the channel Complex. So the last video was 2 days ago. The TBBT
Yeah,
esports.
yeah. That was a sprint race that I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah. So, hey, Miss Lady, once again, I appreciate you for having me up. I want to come and support and help your channel grow. You've
I
been a
appreciate that.
moderator and a supporter of ours, so I want to return the favor. And
I
hopefully,
appreciate that.
yeah, and hopefully that the things that I say contribute to the conversation. Hopefully, right?
Of
So,
course.
yeah, I appreciate you for having me on up. Until next time.
All righty. You enjoy your Saturday, Complex.
All right, Miss Lady, you
All right.
too.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. Bye. All righty. So we had Nixon. We had the Wacky World of TV on. We had Complex Design of the Black Brain Trust come on. That's all love. Yeah, so I just want to come on here and just talk a little bit about, is the Black Manosphere dead? I don't think it's dead. So you're not going to hear that out of me. I know a lot of people have their own opinions. You know, some say yes, it was already dead a couple years ago. Some say no, it's dying or whatever. So my opinion that the Black Manosphere is not dead. I believe that it will continue to thrive. We just need to make some adjustments, and that is my opinion. Um, and I think it could be very lucrative and informative if we go about it in the right way. Respecting each other, respecting boundaries, coming to the table for conversation, regardless of whether it's a man or woman, or whether you are into this particular race group. It does not matter. So on that note, guys, enjoy your Saturday. It's a beautiful day out here. I am going to get back to what I got going on here. So peace out.